Yeah, hi everyone. We are currently doing our EntraID track. We have already completed the first two lab activity. So we're continuing with the third activity here. It might not take much time again. All our small labs, what we have here. So in this lab, we are going to implement monitoring for Azure Virtual Desktop. Okay, fine. Let's go and begin our exercise one. That's implementing monitoring of an Azure Virtual Desktop environment. So this is very, very important. You have to register this service called Microsoft Insights resource provider. So I hope you know how to do it. So let's do that now first. Yeah, you can search for your Azure POS. You can go to, in case you are on the home page, go to subscription, go to sponsorship. And if you go under settings, you get this resource provider. You have to register. In my case, I hope Insights are already registered. It's not registered. So I have to click on Microsoft.insights and I have to register it. Let's click on register. So Microsoft.insights, that should be registered. So that's what is getting done behind. It'll take some time. You need to wait. Whenever you're getting an error message stating the requested resource provider is not registered, then you have to come to your subscription and you have to register it. Let us wait. Once this is done, then you might need the credentials of user 1 and user 2. It says, yes, we have it here. You also might have it here. Once it is done, then we can go with the next test. But we don't need to wait. Let's continue. I hope it is still registering. Let's go, and in a new tab, we can go to creation of log analytics workspace. Search for log analytics workspace. Create a one. Let's get the name, what name we have to give. So the resource group to be 411ERG. I don't think so. I have this resource group. Let's create it and say OK. So this is the resource group you want to create, and then the name, log analytics workspace name is this. Let's put log analytics workspace in the same region where we have our host pool workload. This is not mandatory. We can keep it in any location. But if we keep it, we can avoid some unnecessary egress cost. Okay, and we can say review create. And create. So once it is created, then we can set up virtual desktop insights using configuration book. Let me check whether it is registered or not. Yes, Microsoft's.insight got registered successfully. Now let's continue. Let's just set up this one. Let's search for virtual desktop. Log analytics workspace is getting created. Let it complete, then only we can continue. Let's wait. Yes, it is completed. Now let's go to host pool and select the only host pool what you have. In here, you have to go to insights. Don't go with legacy insight. That is only for classic model of deployment. Whereas right now we are doing Azure Resource Manager deployment. So you have to select insights and then open configuration workbook. So that's what. So slightly, whatever the explanation is given might have a different UI here. So You can follow both. So, but better you follow my video itself. But if you want, you can just go and read all these statements. In here, under resource diagnostic setting, under resource diagnostic settings tab, we need to go and select our log analytics workspace and add this workspace. After selection, we have to click on configure host pool. And then automatically it will go and say that these are the categories. Now we can say deploy. We need to wait for a minute. Once we wait and everything is successful, we have to refresh this page. I hope the deployment is done. If in case you didn't enable that insights, it might throw an error here. So that's why we have enabled that insights. Next, we need to go and refresh this page. Yes, it's perfect. So it is linked our workspace, log analytics workspace here. Fine, let's continue. And then we have to go here and say configure workspace. We have already created a workspace. All logs say deploy. Again, we need to wait for another 1 minute before we refresh. So this is done. After waiting for a minute, if the deployment is succeeded, I hope it has succeeded. Now we can refresh once. And you can see even under workspace also it is going to collect all logs. Under the host pool also it is going to collect all log. Okay, fine. Then next we will go to select host data settings tab. So we are in the first tab. Now we are moving. I'm just verifying if everything is perfect. Yes. Next we need to go to session host data settings. In here, in the session host data settings, we in the create DCR. Okay, say under create DCR, you can see under this particular settings what we need to do. Okay, we need to select this workspace. Okay, after selecting this workspace, we have to click on create data collection rule. Click on create data collection rule and deploy. We need to wait for another 1 minute. Yeah, we can refresh once and check. Yeah, it's perfect. Now we need to select the DCR. This is what we have created, data collection rule. Then deploy association. You have to click on this deploy association and say deploy. Wait for some more 1 minute. Once that is done, then we can go and add this extension as well. Let's refresh. Everything is done. Now let's add extension. Add. So this step we have done. Let us wait for some more seconds. We are almost there. We are just left with few steps only. Okay, after completing this particular lab, you will do the next lab by yourself. The next two lab, like you can connect to the session host, implement auto scaling. These two you can do it by yourself. Either you can do it in today's session itself, in the assignment session, or you can do it even during milestone one assignment session. That's not a problem because we have almost completed milestone two. So we still left with three more sessions. Two sessions we can use it for milestone one and reviewing your PPT. Okay, so this one, connecting to session host, implementing auto scaling of session host. Try to do it by yourself, explore if there is any error, try to rectify that error. If nothing is working, then you can ping me. I'll tell you what I can definitely help you. I hope it is done. Now let me refresh once. Yes, everything is configured as expected. Now then let's go to this monitoring set, tasks. And then in here, this is done. Build data over. Okay, that's also done. And that's it. Now you can just go and review your data. You can set this to last 24 hours and review the data here. Okay, and now you can also close this, refresh here. You can also get some data even here as well. So this is what we have discussed even in the class also. Please go through all of these tabs and explore accordingly. And next, one more thing, this is done, right? So as I said, like try to connect to the session host. That's quite easy. Like how do we do? It's another small task. You need to have that Windows remote desktop client. So how to do that? Everything is given here. Okay. Please go through all these tips one by one. Please try to do it by yourself. And you can check this. Once you do this, and then you can do that auto scaling plan creation as well. So just try by yourself. You can definitely do it. Thank you. Thank you all.